Yo, what's good, everybody in the Pokemon investing space or just the investing space as a whole? And in today's video, I did just want to go over something that I think it did catch my attention. I'm sure it caught a lot of people's attention if you are an investor, and that is Bitcoin crashing. Okay, as you can see, I pulled up the 5-year just to really show you guys and put it into perspective here. So, like, I just feel like the uncertainty and the fear that is in the market right now is causing this. And I feel like a lot of people are just hesitant because of the fact that you see a lot of assets that are physical, hint Pokemon, real estate, cars, collectibles in general, just physical assets are something that you can hold in your hand. You can physically feel them, see them, touch them, all that stuff, right? And so you look at something like a Bitcoin and you have to ask yourself, is it a currency? I don't know. Can you use it at the store? Can you go to your local Sheets? Can you go to your local gas station and pay for gas, pay for a drink, pay for a snack using Bitcoin? And the answer is no. And so you have to kind of ask yourself, is it just the first of its kind, and that's why people have so much nostalgia towards it, because it was the one? It might not have even been the first cryptocurrency, but it was the first mainstream cryptocurrency that made a lot of people millionaires, in some cases billionaires. And is there a nostalgia factor similar to Pokemon that plays a role in Bitcoin? And if so, how can we compare this to Pokemon, right? Is Pokemon going to crash? Is Pokemon ultimately going to die when the hype and the nostalgia dies out and the overplayed cards, the overdone cards, the Umbreons, the sleeping Pokemon, the overdone things just get done so many times that people get burnt out? And so I want to point out a pro and a con. Okay, a big pro for crypto, but also a big con for crypto. And that being, obviously, you can liquidize Bitcoin at the press of a button. Okay, Pokemon, you might be waiting a week. Hell, even in some instances, depending on what you bought, maybe a check lane blister, a month. Okay, but the con to Bitcoin is what we just previously mentioned. It has a set supply, and that supply never diminishes. Now, you could argue, okay, maybe someone bought some on a wallet somewhere and they never get access to the wallet again, so doesn't that make it more like burned tokens, like discarded tokens? And you do have a point. You do have a point, but the difference is people can't mentally, physically see that. Whereas Pokemon, you can feel it over time. Less and less start to come on the market. They become harder to get. They become a more niche collectible. And not only do the cards inside become collectible, more often than not, the sealed product becomes a collectible on its own. So I don't think Pokemon's going anywhere. We're about to get into the next topic in the video, but it coincides with Pokemon's not going anywhere, guys. It is, in my opinion, the safest thing that you can put your money into. The brand has a great track record of pleasing fans, meeting demand, and maybe it could play to the detriment of Pokemon investing. When these new printers open in 2028, 2027, maybe it's too much. Maybe the hype died down, and then all of a sudden they're printing to even more capacity than they are right now. But as you have seen in the past, a set like Evolutions got printed way past its print cycle, up until I was seeing it on shelves in 2020. Hell, even 2021. That's just, it doesn't matter how much they print. The supply is always going to go down. Rip and ship culture is a thing. And then let's talk about one of the bigger cons, and then we'll move on with crypto. Like I said, not physical, but it's very scammy. It's very whaley. It's very rug pullish. People can manipulate this market more than any other market, due to the fact that certain cryptocurrencies, even Bitcoin, because remember, there are a lot of large shareholders who have yet to dump it. Can you believe that? People have gotten rich and not chose to take out their money. So people can be whales in any hobby. Real estate, you got monopolies as far as the entertainment industry goes. There are whales in every single industry, but I just think the scamminess, the whale, the just, you can't physically see it. There's no progression here. To be honest with you, Trump is the only one who backs this stuff, and not to get political, but Democrats don't really believe in this stuff. And so yeah, there's just too many risks here, and I believe when others are fearful, you should be greedy, and that is just something that people don't get it until the box goes up 3x, and then they want to buy the box. Now that you could have got it for 200, and now it's 5, 8, 1,000. Oh my God, I want the box now. It's like you could have bought it when no one else wanted it, and that's what makes a good investor from a really bad investor. And you just gotta look out for stuff like that. All right, the commercial. Okay, this just shows that Pokemon is seeing One Piece. It's understanding that they need to capitalize on their marketing like they always do. They do it with perfection. Every couple years or so, they always boom, boom, boom. Detective Pikachu, Pokemon Go, the new, Logan Paul. You get the point. And so 30th is coming up. That is going to be, this is the calm before the storm, is how I'll describe this time period right now. So you guys really need to be thinking about what is going to not get printed as much, what is going to take off. Sword and Shield, I mean, every YouTuber has been telling you, Sword and Shield. I bought it when I did, and hell, if I had it, I don't have any money right now to spend. Okay, I'm done. I bought what I bought. I had a habit of just spending too much. I'm comfortable with my position, and if I see an opportunity that is a screaming buy, which Mega Evolution's base, I already have my positions, but great buy right now. I'll buy it. Who knows when the facility will actually start printing the new one. So maybe Mega will be completely out of rotation, and hey, it'll look like way less supply than the newer stuff. So in turn, it will be more scarce. But guys, I have a lot of faith in Pokemon. I love One Piece too, but no one can do it like Pokemon. No one can bring the stars, bring the nostalgia, fan favorites, household names. Okay, One Piece isn't a household name. Pokemon is. Everyone can tell you what a Pikachu is. Everyone can tell you what a Charizard is. And yeah, guys, this is big. It wasn't really known what it was until the end of the commercial, and then they all started popping up. But it was cool, and I like it, and I like that Pokemon always continues to push the boundaries, and it's good to see. It's good to see. And lastly, I just wanted to just kind of go over some news on PokeBeach. Obviously, if you are in the space, you know that PokeBeach leaks a lot of the news early and is the first one to do so. And I just wanted to look at these cards, these 30th anniversary starters. They're not, they're cool. Are they going to get probably overproduced and, a lot of PSA 10s, and they're going to be hot at the start and then they're going to cool off drastically? Yeah, probably. But it has a Mega Evolutions base and a Phantasmal Flames. I don't think we're going to see these in that many sets. If you're familiar with how Pokemon likes to do things, they wait until the later half of the era and then they put those sets in a lot of the promo stuff. So, just something to keep in mind, guys. This is a cool little, I wouldn't go, all out. I wouldn't even really buy one, if I'm being honest, unless these are very underprinted, which I highly doubt. But yeah, guys, I'm really happy with, I feel very confident in Pokemon moving forward, honestly. And I was fearful. I felt guilty to it. I mean, I literally was scared to buy product at a certain point because you hear all the rumors of the printers and the, TCG pockets kind of falling under a little bit, and One Piece is kind of taking over. So you start to get that fear building up, and then Pokemon always comes back to remind you that we are the powerhouse. We are the #1 TCG, and will continue to be because we are always constantly innovating and pumping out new product. So yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about in today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you're excited for any of this 30th anniversary and what products are you going to be buying. And yeah, guys, I'm out.